Back on site, hooking up the sewer and water on this site. It's a Monday, so we got to make some runs right here. Got this painted out. We got more black shell here because this place is clay and it is nasty. It was fine-tuned and graded, but you know how that goes. Lots of rain. All right, here is our sewer line. We're gonna see the depth here. Let's pull this stone back first, our road, so we can save it. Probably isn't that thick in material. Only 6 inches probably here of stone. Not even. All right, we'll just go with it now. Gonna go nice and easy because it is 6-inch PVC. We got to tap into it just with a fern coat and go to our 4-inch mark. Four-inch SDR 35 pipe we got going into the house. We'll get back with you guys as soon as we get something exposed. All right, we just had torrential rains. Went and got coffee, come back. Doug just found this. This is nice. So this is tapped into the main down there. Got my fern coat on my 6-inch reduced to a 4. This is just the cap that was on the 6. I put there to protect so no dirt goes in there. This snaps into there with a gasket. Now we'll just run this trench right to the house. All right, we're gonna pull from the house. Only got to be 17 inches down there. With a, I think on this run, it's got to be 2 foot deeper. Or excuse me, not right. Got to go 17 inches on the house down to hit the bottom of the pipe, and then it will only need to be 4 to 5 inch pitch at this run. I'm trying to get this. I got my water line going in there too. What a muddy mess. And this is in the over dig, so it's not ideal. I got my gutter drains to deal with. All right, we just shot this on our 28 foot to our where we're gonna go. It's 28 foot off the house. Shot where it's coming out will be about 7-8 inches pitch to this corner. We got to go down a little bit. All right, we got our pipe going in the house here, right here. We shot the bottom of that hole, and then we made sure we had 8 inches pitched on here. We're bedding everything in this black crusher run as we go all here, and we'll cover the top of the pipe with that stuff too to protect it. All right, that's looking good right here. We're gonna hug that orange line with 2 teeth or so. We should be good. We got the pitch. We got 8 inches of pitch coming out in the house right to this point. Then we'll run this down and it will have mega pitch to that line, because that line's about just about 5 foot in the ground where we tapped in with the into the 6. So we should be good to go. And we're into virgin ground right here, so I know that pipe will span. I was a little worried about that with the over dig settling, but it's settled twice already. We've had a lot of rain. It's been about 3 weeks since I backfilled that. Slide your pipe back just a touch into the house and I can clean that up. Crusher run in as we go, so we'll have 1/4 inch per foot, and we're gonna have to dive it down like I said, but we're making sure we have enough pitch. We're getting deeper as we go. Getting on out of here. We're into hard ground now. It's been downpouring on us. We've been hiding here, in and out, in and out, in and out. Worst material. I already graded this site 3 times. The lull keeps getting stuck. It's all clay. this in a minute. See how close I am to my trench. Pretty good over here. This just caved in on me. Had to dig that back out, but we'll be close. I'll be able to straddle this with the bucket. We good on that? What's that? So we're gonna go down. Oh, you're good. All right. I was gonna say it felt good in the machine. Ditch behind me, and I'm going to straddle this ditch. I got this going on here. I'm over the hole, so now I'm going to straddle going back. I got enough meat on each side to get in there and cut that in. We good right here? You think? Looking good? All right. Soft banks gotta go easy. Starting to cave in right there. Alright, we're back around. Close this thing out. Come on. Dig it up. Making it really wide for me here. It's breaking up. Not liking that, but we'll get it. We'll get it. Trying to straddle a trench that wants to cave in. Nice and nice. Blacktop keeps grabbing my bucket too on the sides. Alright, we're going to be closing this trench out. It's caving in, and normally we would put the pipe to backfill where meat is and then put the machine over the backfill, but we can't because we got 45s going on. We may have to jockey the pipe one end to the other of the trench once we hook into the Fernco, so we really got to get it to where it's got to be. I'm putting the bucket under the machine completely, flattening it, and then run it right back. So that looks pretty good. Just making a chamfered edge with the grinder so we can get in there. That's a piece that we cut. We just got enough. Then we got to cut the bell end off of that. Throw this in there. We've been spraying these up with WD-40. Helps you with the pipe. Take a piece of board and a hammer. One guy hold the one end, the other guy put that there and beat on that. Make sure you get past that mark, and it'll go about 2 inches past the mark actually, except for the couplings. They won't. They go a little before the mark. right, we're all connected. Got our 22.5 on there. Meek's just going to go down in the hole, hit it with the hammer, and we're going to slap that in. Go ahead.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. One more. One more. One more. Good, 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 good. Oh, my fingers. All right, we're getting all padded so no big chunks of blacktop or anything falls down on it. Grading up for this. I still got to do due diligence on the water line. It's not clear which way the tap is coming from the curb box, so I do not want to dig into that at 3:30 in the afternoon, and it's only plastic, and rip the main open, so it's got to get marked out better, or at least tell me which direction it's in. Back on site, just throwing this water line in. What's up, my people? Gotta close this site out. We just got the water line, that's it. GC's gonna take care of the propane, most likely the electric the same time he comes. We don't want to disturb too much ground over there on the neighbor's property, so we got this orange line going here and then going right on down. Been taking this black shell and topping everything, so these guys, it's super muddy here, and you see the sun's not on the site. It's just sticky, mucky, so we're going around the perimeter of the house with the black shell. We gotta be 4 foot in the ground up here in the great state of New York for the frost coverage for water. So basically our curb box is there, it's in the driveway. I'm gonna dig down to the curb box just like I typically would, go to the valve. Then we're gonna move it about 5-6 feet this way. I'll plug in and I got a brand new valve here. We'll plug a new one in, turn on that water. This valve will be live, and we'll go through that in a bit. Let's get down to it. All right, we're down almost 4 foot to that curb box. I'm gonna get out with a shovel. If my bucket is 90 degrees, always take a measurement of your bucket 90 degrees. See, I'm about 4 foot to the heel of the bucket, so I know I'm there. And that will be my gauge for the whole trench, so I don't have to get out with a laser, or you don't gotta get out with a tape measure. Just run it like that. I'm below the fill cut line, which is good. It's nice and soft down there. And we're gonna get out with a shovel and see what we got. And also that curb box, if you guys have a curb box like that in your yard, everybody does that has public water, and it's up a foot and a half, you could tap that down to grade. It's an adjustable thing, so if you're mowing and hitting and weed eating around it and you don't like it anymore, just tap it with a hammer. She'll go down. Vice versa, if it's too low and you want to bring it up, get a bar and pull it up. It slides. I'll show you that once we get it apart. All right, so that orange line is the downspout, and I painted it as I go so I can see exactly where it is. It's hard to tell in the cab. You do not want to hit that valve in the bottom because it's live. It's obviously shut off, but it's live. And we don't like all the chunks of blacktop in here, so get a little closer. This is where a little machine comes in handy with a smaller bucket, but that's not the scenario right now. And you got to pay attention how the curb box is angled. Like this one is angled at a slight taper, and what's happening is the box will be closer to me at the bottom. So you got to keep in mind about that. When they set it, when they backfilled it, they didn't hold it plumb. We'll keep picking at it nice and slow. This is the most main important thing. Be very gentle. All right, let's get down on our nifty ladder. Always gotta have that little ladder, man, I tell you. Get older, you ain't jumping in and out of the holes no more. Here's my new valve, the fittings that go in, because we're going to PVC so you don't crush it. This valve is the same valve as there. We're just gonna extend this 5-6 feet, throw it right here, turn that one on. After this one's on, turn this one off. Run our line, leave this off, and then they can turn it on afterwards. This is the part I was telling you about that is adjustable. This goes up and down, it slides in here. So if yours is way this high, you can tap the top of this and it will go down. This is off right now. We'll pop that off. So basically there's a sleeve inside this, that's this, and this turns your water, which turns this when the tool goes in there. But this has a bend in it for some reason. Wasn't me, you can see the grade. It was angled, and then maybe, who knows, when they backfilled this ladder, they hit it with a brush hog, I don't know. But so here's your actual water valve. Okay, this is what turns. So as you turn that up there, it goes down and gets put in with a cotter. Okay, it's usually brass, but this looks like it's bent over something. Somebody homemade it. So here's my valve. Okay, with rock tool against it. Hang on, let me get you. All right, I'm back. This valve is that valve. Okay, this right here. This is a nut that will come off, which is this nut right here. That's right there, is right there where the cotter key goes through. So when this turns, it turns that. So once you take this nut off, you see it's the same deal. All we're doing is going PVC here, pop this off, bury this, leave it in the ground, and make sure it's on, obviously, before we backfill. We'll do this right now. There's always going to be a rock under this. Leave that rock. That's standard practice so that valve don't settle. This is running PVC, but a lot of them are running copper, and they don't want to crack it. All right, I got that piece off that goes on the top of the valve to turn it on and off. There was an old piece of copper wire in there. It wasn't even good. Just gonna turn this on to make sure we got water before we go any further. Come on. Oh yeah. We got water. Get that off now. So we gotta remember to turn that back on before we backfill. But so everything's good there. We're live. We're just gonna get our piece of pipe in and set it right here in this corner and be done. All right, here we are with the pipe. We're gonna extend our piece. Just make sure you put, there's writing on this. We like to put the writing facing out towards the pipe so that it does the right. If the writing's against this, the writing could make it leak. So then we're gonna go down in, stick this in the valve, turn that on. This valve on the other side. We just moved the curb box. Make sure this valve's off, turn that valve on. Bada boom, bada bing, or bada bing, bada boom. Everybody busts my balls on that because I get it backwards all the time. It is what it is. This insert is gonna go in the pipe like that. That way when this compresses down, it doesn't crush that pipe. Now copper, you don't need that insert. All right, so insert in, head on into it. Got my gasket in there, turn this. Now there's two, get that so it grabs. There's another nut, let you know, back here. So you don't want to twist this because you loosen that. So there's another rig right here, which I'll show you on this. I just grabbed 2 wrenches so you can tighten that and hold this, or a pair of pliers, grab a hold of the valve, whatever. You don't have to go all the way home with this, you know, you just snug it up so she don't leak. Channel locks on there, hold that valve from moving. Give her one last tweak. Good. Grab your things, go nice and slow. Cutters. Just throw that other one in here. And then the valve, where are you? They are directional, gotta have that arrow in there. We're going this way. And gasket, different style, which is nice. That's the way we're going. Tighten that up, make sure that's all the way in bottomed out. Tighten that up. We are gonna turn that one, turn this one off first, then turn that one on, pressurize the system, see if there's any leaks, then we know we're good to go. That's off. I'll tighten this, and then we'll be good to go. You guys are crooked, but you get the point. We're gonna tighten this, and I'll get some wrenches on it, and we'll open this up in a minute. Hang on. All right, we're live down there, tied in here. See what we got. We're working. Nice and nice. We're ready to go. We're gonna set that whole box right on top of this, pin it against the sidewall. Then we can run the new line right on there. Curb box is off the driveway, and that was the main thing, is to move that curb box. All right, that's a big headache out of the way. Getting that curb box all pressurized and ready to go. Just gonna follow my bucket contour for the 4 foot all the way, dig this trench. The only problem we got is I don't think we got enough line. Not gonna wanna put a splice in that. I mean, it ain't the worst, the end of the road, but gonna see if we can get a bigger line. I think we're about 15 foot short, but we'll find out. Get it trenched, get it laid out, but I just walked it off. Water department dropped that line off for us. All right, almost closing this one leg out, then we got to go along the house to get in, and just take my final measurement. I do a bunch of hog and then I go back in and fine tune real quick just to make sure we're good. Right here is the closest point where we are to the sewer line on that corner, so I measured 7 foot off to make sure we weren't too tight with that trench. So here is the 45 where we'll be making. Just want to see what I got here. Don't want to mess up. I'm gonna have enough. That would probably be my last plug, so I could pull this orange line here off the house. Bop, 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 bop. If I pull that this way, I'll be able to put the corner of the track there, get to right under me, and then pull that last plug. Let's try that. All right, just measure the hole down in the basement. It's 10 more inches down. I gotta go. Gotta remember, careful of your drains. You know, your footing drains are at the bottom of the footing, but your other drains I put in, the gutter drains, are on top of the footing, so you don't want to dig this gun hoe down in there. And this is all fill over dig, so it's all jello, that little notch there. If I have to take it out, I will, but I don't think I have to. Just riding the foundation down here. Push back a little to tighten that bank. Go down 10 more inches where I need to be. Roll it out like that into my other cut. Do that again. I think I'm good right there. We'll get out with a shovel, make it happen. All right, playing a little trickery to close this trench out. Gotta leave room to get the machine out. You know, as you see here, I'm digging under my track completely here. I'm actually straddling the 45 on the back side, and I got a little piece right directly under me. I'm gonna try to close it out. Obviously, it'd be best if I could get out there, but I can't. And I'm straddling here below me, as you see, and then I'll pull on out, and we'll go from there. Do is put my heel in my bucket like this so it gives you room to work. Lift up, come on out, and then when you roll that boom, it will be flat. Then we're on out, lift on up, and that's the piece we got there. All right, I'm out. Just gonna cut this back down a little bit so my tail swing doesn't rip my butt off. We're gonna go on a little angle here and just grab this. Little pieces, little chunks. We'll close it out. I have to get on both sides of this. Work my way each way. Try not to get into the hole too much. But as long as it's connected, it's only a 1-inch line or 3/4. It's all it needs to go by. All right, I got my line all buried and padded against the bank. Always put it against one bank or the other. That way when you backfill, it's not sliding, you know. I got my rock under my new curb box here. Try to get that kind of, want to get it kind of flat. Got this, just holding this for temporary. Got a brand new ski. Had the water department drop me this off. All right, so here's our valve. We're gonna put our piece on there with the new cotter pin, and then that will allow it to turn. Bend this over like so. So if we turn left, it's gonna fire up. Just gonna pad this so it's sitting flat on that rock for me, so it looks good coming up out of the ground. Now this piece, like I said, so see how that grade, watch when I hit this, see that lower and down in. So if the grade's low, now we got to bring it back up. But I was just showing you guys, see how that slides? You could adjust that to where you got to be. What's nice about having a big trench, you don't have to worry about anything down in this big 4-foot wide trench. Make sure she's clean. Let me give her a little trickle out of there. Don't want a rock or something get caught in there. Trickle her out. All right. Put the new one in. Come on now. Don't make me look like a fool. Put the new one in, tighten this up. All right. All right, so now we're gonna grab this, go on down, and put this U. Hope you guys can see that. Let me point you down to me. Hang on, we got caught. Put this U this way around it. Don't put it like this, whatever you do. You'll chop it. Put it around it so that this lands on your rock. Then this rock won't settle that. And then you adjust your grade. And the grade looks good right about there. And if after finished grade, we could tap this down to raise that up, either or. All right, everything's padded. The line to the inside and to the outside of this wall. Got my hydraulic cement. I did my sewer line this morning. Gotta plug this hole going in right here. Very little. A lot of times with the sewer lines, I like to put great stuff in there because you never get all the way in. Throw great stuff and then hit it off with this stuff. But this will get it wet enough to chases the line down in. Put it right on there. Then we'll put it on the inside too. All right, I'm gonna backfill this. Gonna go inside, plug that water off, and then what I'll do is get back with you guys when I'm in the skid steer after everything's backfill. You guys see me backfill plenty. Get my ladder out. Curb box looking good, nice and plumb. Ready to go. All right, as promised, in the skiddy. Man, there's some serious blacktop coming up out of this trench. It's so annoying. I had to get out of the excavator 1,000 times. As a piece would go down in, I got worried that it was next to that line and just keep picking at it and finally got it back up. But I tracked and packed it on the way up in one lift. I come up a couple feet, then ran the bucket down it. It's still gonna settle because it's clay and it's crap, but it is what it is. I mean, nothing you gotta do about that using this material. Try to make yourself a road so you get clean passes every time. That way you're not up and down and all around. That's just so annoying. Super fast. At least now I'm down to virgin ground. And put my pile here and we'll leave it a little bit high. Settling. Hardscapers will be back in here in the spring. And they'll take care of it. Gotta get off this site and get to another. Alright, everything's backfilled and graded. We're just taking some of the black shale for the footing around the house so these guys can work, not get mucky feet and sink out of sight. Oh, we're on the last bit. The last bit of black crusher run, shale, whatever you want to call this stuff. 5 loads we got. Well, this place is rough graded for the 3rd time over. Got the driveway all topped off, shaped up, edges nice. Big turnaround, squared off to the garage. Got the black shale all the way around. Got the grade the best we can. Of course, it's gonna get wrecked with that lull, but that's gonna have to get addressed with the hardscapers in the spring. Everything here is DYNAWELD. Looking good. Nice long day today. Got the utilities in. Big plus. Next thing to do, get the 160 out. On to the next one. Catch you guys later. Hey, before you go, hit that like button.